Okay, guys, part 2. Let's roll the intro. Adam here. So if you haven't watched part 1 of this little series that I'm doing on my health, please go back, watch it, so it'll give you context on what's happening. So where I left off, we had just moved to Texas, unloaded the truck at our storage unit, and we had an Airbnb because everything wasn't ready where we were moving to. You know, originally we had planned to moving down here to help my wife's grandmother. Yeah, she's getting up in age, and she needs help. So but the house had to get ready. So we get done unloading the truck. We go to the Airbnb that we're staying at, and again, my feet weren't hurting terrible, but I took my shoe off, and it was not a good situation. My right foot, of course, my left foot's still in a brace. Because of the brace, I was putting too much pressure on my right foot, and I really wasn't supposed to be loading and unloading a 28-foot U-Haul. But I did. So there was a very bad odor coming from my foot, and I had formed what they call an ulcer on one of the pads of my feet, just below the big toe. And at first I had noticed it earlier, about a week before, and didn't really think anything about it because I've had them before and they had gone away. But this one, I must have just aggravated it, doing everything, sweating and moving and up and down ramps and everything I wasn't supposed to be doing. So yeah, technically my fault. So I was like, all right, and I tried cleaning it out, peroxiding it. It still just didn't smell good. Went to the doctor, same doctor I went to 2 months before to have them look at my broken foot. At this point, we're in Texas, in Nacogdoches. So he went down there, and I was like, hey, I just need some antibiotics. Let me do this. And he looked at my foot and did some other things. Man, we were there for like 6 hours. We got there early in the morning, and we didn't get out of there till like 1 o'clock. And he was like, I can't give you the antibiotics you need. You're on the verge of having, gangrene. And I was like, oh, bleep. He's like, I'm going to have to get you admitted into the hospital so they can give you antibiotics. And I was like, oh, okay. So, the day after I get moved to Texas, I get put in the hospital. Put in the hospital, I get put on, most powerful antibiotics that you can get, which I've had before in the past, and it just tears your systems up. But, you ain't got nothing that's going to be infectious anymore. So went to the hospital, and they're like, 1, 2, 3 days. I was there for over a week. They did cultures and this, that, and the other, and then they had to excise the wound. At that point, I had a hole, and I've got pictures. I don't have pictures of the first of it, but once they did some excising of the wound. I've got pictures from there to where it got better. But when I first went in, I had like maybe the head of a pencil eraser hole, but inside was probably the size, I don't know, of a quarter, maybe a $50. And it was very infected, very gooey, very smelly, very nasty. So anyways, and that's when it started hurting. Is when they started, cleaning that out and this, that, and the other. So was there, had to get pain meds for it, and of course I hate being in a hospital anyways, because of past experiences. Of course, any of the main painkillers they would give me wouldn't do anything. So I finally said, listen, I need something that's gonna take care of this pain in my foot and my legs. And I'm still healing on my left foot, and I still got the the boot on, and they're working on my other foot. So I'm not able to exercise my other foot because I can't walk at all. And I get there and finally get them to give me some morphine. And it takes the pain away. Makes me a little goofy. As if you watch the live video that I did from the hospital, you can see I was not really into it. Anyways, I was there for a week. They did some excising of the wound, and they had to make the hole bigger so they could clean it out. So by the time I left the hospital, the hole in my foot was a little bit bigger than a quarter, and deep. 3 to 4 centimeters deep, which is a lot, or may have been millimeters. Still very deep, almost to the bone. Luckily it wasn't to the bone, or they would have to start cutting things off. So they put me in another boot, so now I'm walking in 2 boots. And trust me when I say, it's not easy. Not at all. And I'm not supposed to walk. I'm supposed to go where I need to go and lay down. I've already been laying down for a week, so I'm very tired of laying down. But I do what the doctors say to the most point, and then I finally get an appointment to the wound doctor, wound care. So I go in, and they have to scrape some more dead skin off, dead tissue, and they make it huge, and notice graphic pictures. They're black and white, thank God, so you can't really see anything, but every time they would take skin off, I'd bleed like a pig, because of course they put me on blood thinners because of a possible clot in my left leg. So start going through wound care. Started getting smaller and smaller, and then all of a sudden it got bigger 1 week, and then started getting smaller again. So it was about two and a half, 3 months. I go through wound care. After the first 4 or 5 times there, then they started giving me some stem cell treatments, which, at first I was kind of cautious of, but, what happened between them not giving me the stem cells treatment and giving me the stems treatment was incredible. I went from probably over a nickel size down to a dime size in a week. And then I just kept closing and closing and closing because they kept giving me stem cells. And basically what that is if you guys are parents and you've donated umbilical cords, That's what it was. It was a little piece of umbilical cord, because that's where the highest concentration of stem cells are, in the human body when reproducing a child. So almost all our kids, we donated our core blood and cords for that, and now I'm glad we did, because it came back sevenfold to me. So anyways, long story short, which, second video in 10 minutes, feet got better. My left foot is healed to the point I can walk on it. My right foot's healed to the point that I can walk on it. I'm kind of off balance because it changes in my left foot. Now my foot's a little shorter, a little wider. I'm going to have some special shoes because of that on that foot. My other foot's same size. It's just a little bit flatter on that pad because they took off so much skin, and it has to build back up the fatty tissue. But the hole's gone. You got a scab. I actually go back on the 22nd of May to wound care to have them check it to make sure I don't have any calluses or anything like that. And then I'll start, I've already started looking for work again. I had called Wilson yesterday, as I mentioned in the last video, and talked to Nikki. And she gave, because I always wanted to go back to work there afterwards. But I've been watching the freight market, and I've watched a lot of friends from Wilson and a lot of friends from Prime leave the industry because of the freight market right now. So I called her up, and we chit-chatted for a minute, and I said, hey, I need an honest answer from you, I hope you give it to me. And she goes, I will. I said, with the way the freight market is right now, what does it look like for a company driver? Because I wasn't going to go back as a lease driver, not in this freight market. And I said, what's it like for a company driver right now? How many miles are they getting a week with Wilson? And she goes, no, I'll be honest with you. Some of the drivers out here aren't getting 1,000 miles or just over 1,000 miles. She goes, my team lease guys are barely getting 2,500 miles a week. And, working as a company driver and making cents per mile, that's what you run. You need cents per mile to make money. And a lease driver making $2,500 and training is terrible a week. Because that means they're only running, maybe 3,000 miles. Or they could be running more miles and the freight just stinks. So, I was like, she goes, the way everybody's projecting right now, freight market's not going to be back till 2026. And I said, well, I really want to come back to Wilson, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to. And she goes, I don't blame you. It's hard. It's hard right now for anybody. So, with that being said, I will not be going back to Wilson at this time. If the freight market improves, maybe, but not sure yet. I have put some feelers out there. I have contacted a couple private fleets. Don't want to say who, what, when, or where as of right now. I did get a reply back to one of the fleets this morning saying that they're not hiring in this area, which is fine, Someone's processing, working on my paperwork now for another one, and we're going, I'm waiting on them. I'm putting out some more applications this afternoon, but I'm gonna keep you guys informed, because most of you guys started this journey with me. Some of you guys popped in the last year, 9 months, and I appreciate you. I went from 500 subscribers to over 2,000 in about 2 weeks because of one short video that I did, and I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to make more content. I did another short the other day on an accident that I saw, and I did some drone footage on it. Not as good as the other ones that I've done, but it's getting there. But I do appreciate everybody that has subscribed, and I promise the content will be coming. As soon as I have an idea of where I'm going, I'll let you guys know, and the journey will continue. I may change the name of the channel. I may not. Everybody knows me as 51, and I'll always be 51 Logistics because if you watch my videos, you know the story. But the story is just going to change a little bit. It's going to have a new chapter. So got a couple more places that I need to put applications at. I did get my DOT card yesterday. Well, got it Wednesday. Today's Friday. And then I got my license changed over to Texas yesterday. So now I'm all 100% legal and good to go. It's just going to be a different journey now. Again, as I said in the last video, if you guys want to get into the trucking industry, I would say that best way that I know how is through Wilson. They are a great company. They're a very advanced training company. You're not going to piddle foot around. They're going to get you in there, and if you're aggressive and take charge and learn what you need to learn, you'll have your license in 3 weeks. And you can still make good money, even in this freight market right now. You're gonna make more than you are working at Burger King or McDonald's or anything like that, unless you live in California. But then you get taxed to death in California, so you still make about the same. I'm still going to put Bradley's number down here for now for training. Whatever company I go with, depending on what kind of training they have and stuff like that, I'll probably put my information down for that. I'll still put my referral down for Wilson. I'm not going to get $1 from it or anything from it because I don't work there anymore. But that way everybody knows that I'm still encouraging people to go there because it was a good company. They always been over backwards for me. You can look in my other videos and see how good they work to me. So, but I'll keep you guys informed. And of course, I'm sure you noticed that the intro changed. It's just a basic intro right now because I don't know where I'm going. There's other carriers that I'm looking at. I haven't made any obligations to go anywhere yet. There's one place that I'm looking at that I'm hoping to get on at because it's a private fleet and they run their own product. And I've talked to many of their drivers, and their drivers have been there 20, 30 years, and they have zero bad things to say about it. The cents per mile are great. Bonuses are great. Safety bonuses are great. Insurance is great and cheap, and starts day one. So I really can't beat that, because right now that's what I need. You know, my wife is working, not in the field that she's in, but she's working. She has insurance, so that helps out a little bit. But then again, you know, it helps out if I have my own insurance and able to take care of myself on the road instead of trying to find something. But as soon as I know something, I'll make another video, guys. I'll probably make another video anyways in about a week. So this is 2 that I've done today. I'll separate them out a day or so. But again, guys, I appreciate you guys following, subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Check out the rest of my social media, which has been absolutely dead lately, because I haven't done anything. But yeah, I'm going to finish this up and go get me some tacos, because I deserve some tacos. Nice little food truck down the way here in Nacogdoches. I'll probably be trying to push my Discord in another direction, because I never really got it rolling. From the Wilson, that will be changing. You know, I'm probably just going to change it over to a 51 Logistics board, and you know, I'll leave the link down in the description. Of course, the description is going to be changing a little bit and everything below, but that'll come in time. But again, guys, I appreciate you checking the video out. I'm at 21 minutes right now, so I don't want to make these too long. Guys, girls, everybody, be careful out there. Stay hydrated during the summer. Watch for stupid people. And I know a lot of people have probably seen that Cisco video of the driver on the bridge. Thank God she was okay. Thank God she did not get put at fault for that accident, and thank God that she's alive. If you haven't seen it, just look up Louisville Cisco driver on YouTube. Asian Mai had it on his channel. All I can say is thank God for a strong kingpin, or that poor lady would have been dead. But again, other people driving, be careful out there. Don't get overconfident out there. That's when mistakes happen. You know, stay overly cautious, not overly confident. And as always, guys, you will see me down the road. Later.